Hi, I'm Megan with Lularoe Meg B, and if you're watching this, you've recently joined our team, Rowan Rockstars. So welcome to the team. I know you're going to have tons of questions as we go along, so I wanted to do a couple of different videos on different topics. This video, I'm going to be talking about how to photograph your initial inventory. So when you place your initial order with Lularoe, it's going to take probably 7 to 10 business days, maybe a little quicker than that, to get your inventory to you. Once you receive your inventory, I suggest that you do a grand opening at your house and invite your friends, your family, anybody who's interested in Lularoe, and make sure you have that scheduled about 2 to 3 weeks before you onboard with Lularoe. You can also do a fun unboxing party with some of your best friends and give them little discounts on, let's say, outfits or dresses, and have them help you hang some of your new clothes that you get. So you want to start by doing that when you get your initial inventory, and then once you've done your grand opening and maybe your unboxing party, then you're going to want to get to work on photographing your 300 plus pieces. The reason we photograph after the grand opening is because then maybe we don't have to photograph as much because we've sold a lot of clothes at our grand opening. So the way that we train on photographing is we use a platform called Google Drive. You can download it right to your phone, and make sure to download it to your computer as well. So with Google Drive, it's super easy to use. We've discovered a way that you can photograph into Google Drive. So if you do have an assistant at some point, they can access that from their home. So if they're helping you clean up albums, or if they come over to photograph for you, they can use your Google Drive platform through their phone and photograph and update your inventory for you. So we found it to work really well. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that we use for photographing. We did buy a light kit. It has 2 lights in it, and these were about $60 to $80 on Amazon, so you don't need to spend a ton of money on these. We like these because if we're doing Periscope parties at night, they're great, or if we're doing an online Facebook party at night, this is great for lighting the clothes and making them look true to color and really professional. So even during the day when we're photographing now with our light kit, we turn the light kit on instead of just using natural light. So what you're going to want to do, and if you have an extra rack or somewhere that you can hang clothes, we'll line up all of our new inventory here on hangers, and then we'll photograph each size and style. Whoops, that's our tripod. So you'll want a tripod too. I'm glad that fell over because that reminds me to tell you about it. But what you want to do is you want to start with extra small Irma, let's say, for example, do all the extra smalls and then move to extra small. And so you're doing each size and style at a time. So once you're done with Irmas, then you move on to classic tees and etc. So when you're photographing, let me show you how this works on the iPhone. And if you're using any kind of smartphone, what you want to do is you want to download Google Drive. And so what it's going to look like is this little drive icon right here. You're going to want to set up your Google Drive. It's going to be linked to your Lularoe email. So if, for example, I'm lularoemegb@gmail.com. So when I download it, here's my email at the top. So here's all the different icons. And then what I want to do is hit My Drive. And then in My Drive, this little plus sign, you hit that and you create a folder. So my folder that I store all my pictures in is called Pics. So let's just pretend I'm adding it. Pics, and then I'll create. Okay, so I already have that. So here's that folder, Pics. I also have different folders that I've created, like training videos, reports, consultant information, etc., forms, and different things. So for Pics, I'm going to click on that. So that's my whole picture folder, and then I'm going to make subfolders within this. So then again, there's the little plus sign. Click on that, hit Folder, and title your first folder, let's just say Irma, for example. So Irma is going to be your first folder. Create. I already have one, so I'm just going to cancel that. Once I have all my styles entered in, and they each have their own little folder, when I go to photograph my initial inventory, I'm going to click on, let's say, Irma's if I'm starting there, and I'm going to photograph right into this folder. So let's do that again. Let me just start from back. So I'm in My Drive, I go to my Pics folder, I find my Irma folder, and then I start photographing right into here. This little plus sign is what you use to photograph. So you hit the plus, you do Use Camera, and then you're ready to go. So let me just show you how this works. So here I've got an extra small Amelia, and I've got my light kit. I want to make sure that I'm centering, and that you want to keep your background and everything pretty neutral. So You don't want it to be, you know, tons of information and look kind of sloppy. You want it to look nice and simple, neutral. I like putting the size in the picture so then if people are seeing things at a Facebook party and it's on the main page, they know the size of that particular item. So here I'm going to take this picture, photograph it, use photo, and it's going to upload right into my Irma album. Now I know this is an Amelia, but we're just doing this as an example. So there it is on the top of my album. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do everything in order. So then when I'm done with my extra smalls, I'm going to take that off and I'm going to move on to, let me find my small. So, and I want to tell you guys, these are kind of tattered, but you can't really tell in the pictures. And what I did is I uploaded these onto our team page, Rowan Rockstars. And let me just show you where to find them real quick. So if you go onto Facebook and you go into our groups and you find Rowan Rockstars, you go into info, photos, albums, and then sizing per style. I think I have it, here it is, sizing picks for photography. These are all the different sizing picks. Now, we need to add 3XL in there because it's not in there currently. But what I did is I just printed these off on the computer, just on a regular piece of paper, and I just swap them out when I'm switching sizes. So you don't have to do anything super fancy in the beginning if you want to save some money. And you don't want to have to go to Etsy and buy like laminated ones, which the laminated ones might have a little glare on them if you're using a light kit. So the paper ones are great. I mean, I've used these for the last 8 months, and if I need to reprint them because they get too shabby looking, I can do that. So let me show you then when we get to leggings what I do. So I'll take this down, I'll move it, and I will just with a little chalkboard write down what size I'm working on, one size leggings, and I'll just take the legging and fold it over the shoulder of the mannequin, and I try to center it really good and so that you can see the print really well. If it's kind of a hard to see print, you can take an up close picture and add that to the picture. So, and then with tall and curvy I switch that out, and with kids leggings I just use the little size charts and I lay the kids leggings flat on that little black table. So after you've photographed all your inventory and you've done it, you know, and organized it, what you're going to find is when your next amount of inventory comes in, you're going to have to organize your photos. So you might want to do this from the beginning. So let's say you have a party and you sell 100 pieces, and you have placed an order, and you have a bunch of Irmas in different sizes and Randys and Amelias, so you need to add those into your existing folders. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Drive, you're going to go, start from the beginning, to your picture folder, you're going to go to, let's say Irma again. Actually, let's do this to make it easier. Let's go to Amelia's. So you're going to go to your Amelia folder. Everything's in order, and the way that we got it in order is we sorted it alphabetically. So what we did is we went in and we renamed everything. So that's Amelia A is the smallest size. Then Amelia, we do this for all of our different things that we carry. Amelia B is the next smallest size, extra small. Amelia C is small. So then after we rename everything, then we can go in here and we can sort by, whoops, I think I'm doing that wrong. Sort by, sort by name. So it's gonna put them in order of from name. So like and you can do, what you want to do is do A to Z, because then you're going to get all your smallest sizes to the top, and it's going to filter down to the bottom when you rename them. So if I'm going to add something to my album, like let's say this is a extra small Amelia, I'm going to photograph that. Obviously I'm going to switch my sign out. I'm going to use that photo, and it's going to go into my Amelia album. So then what I'm going to have to do is, because it's an extra small, I'm going to have to go in, find the picture, there it is, click on it, go, okay, so here's what I did, I'll slow down. I found the picture, went in here, so click the little 3 dots, rename, and I know that's an extra small, let's say for example, so I'll do Amelia B, because I know that's the second smallest size, Amelia B. And I'll rename it. And then what it's going to do is it's going to show up right there within my extra small sizing. So we do that for every single style that we carry. So you'll see like Irma starts with, well, these are new ones, so we just added these in. So we're gonna have KD, our friend and assistant, go in and rename them from her house. So she's gonna see the size. She's gonna rename them so that they fall into the album in the order that they're supposed to be in. So that's how we manage our inventory. And then when we do a sale and we sell something, before we pack it into the envelope, we delete it out of Google Drive. It's super easy to do. And then our inventory is up to date. We do every week check our racks with our albums to make sure that they match. And the other thing I want to tell you is before a party, what you're going to need to do is download Google Drive onto your computer. You're going to need to log in with your Lularoe Gmail and password that you created, and you're going to have to use your computer to upload your albums onto Facebook. You can't use a smartphone to upload albums with Google Drive. You're going to have to use your computer. And a little tip is, now with Facebook, you can usually only upload about 25 pictures at a time. So if you try to upload your whole album and it's not working, that's because you're uploading too many pictures at once. So Facebook kind of has a limit on that now. So just try to do around 25 to 30 pictures at a time and play around with that until you can get stuff to upload easily. So I just do it in like little chunks. So that's how we upload pictures. That's how we photograph here at Lularoe Mag B. If you guys feel like doing it a different way, please by all means go ahead and do that. But this is what we find works best for us. Hope you have a great day.